It says I'm freaking. Hold up. This finally say I'm live. Am I live? Am I live? Yeah, I'm freaking online. Shit. Eesh, that was annoying. Drop frames detected or stream quality might be affected. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let me find freaking live chat. This thing working? Like, did I just drop in freaking frame rate? I'm trying to view chat right now. Trying to view chat right now. Let me see if I can view it through my freaking phone. Chat's usually a hassle to always view. Do. Live chat. Activate a second, like, unless YouTube freaking changed. It's been a long ass time since I last streamed. That's how bad it is. Like, unless YouTube changed, like, the way they do streaming again, which they most likely did. I'm trying to reach, like, chat. If anybody's in chat, just just message, like, just type in, yo, what's up, like, you know, that type of stuff, the good stuff. Let's see. Top chat, settings. Oh, probably gonna have to go live run through this one. Alright, I'm live now. Okay. Live. Okay. Oh, I just for my moderators. So, like, where's general chat? Goddamn. Toggle timestamps, participants. Alright, got the second freaking thing for it. Ugh, crap. Yo, anybody in chat? Come on, I'm bored. Come on, let's go. Ugh, shit. Am I freaking lagging massively right now? Oh shit, Mercenary. X84, what's up, bro? Like, I feel like I'm lagging massively right now. I might have to lower my bitrate. Yeah, I see the drop detected. Don't have to freaking tell me, XSplit. Shit. Settings, bitrate. Yeah. Performance issues. Alright, let me freaking transition to that. Oh my god, I have a crappy CPU system. Like, I really need to invest in gaming. Like a gaming PC or something. U voltage. Okay, so frames, coded, bitrate. Alright, my bitrate is starting up. Alright, it's like shifting from rising. Do you read the manga series or Orient? Actually, I do need to read Orient because when it comes to like Magi, I really did love Magi. Like and I know it's from the same creator, so I do really need to read Orient. Like I checked out the first a bit of this first chapter. I really skimmed it, to be honest. So guilty on my part, but I do really need to I do really need to get into that series because I do like the mangaka of Magi. I really did like Magi, and I'm pretty sure this one is probably going to be just as great. So I need to check into that. Because like the thing is with new series, like right now I've been mainly reading Shonen Jump series and some Seinen series here and there because I am starting to transition out of the Shonen genre just a little bit, but not by much. I'm checking out other series from other serializations. I'm checking out like some series from Shonen Sunday, like Mary Graves. That's I think is like a pretty cool fantasy series. There are also other series like Memis, which is like basically a spin on like basically it's the generic hero story who's destined to defeat the Demon King type story, and basically instead of focusing on the hero, you basically focuses on his side pieces that he bailed for some titty. That's basically Memis right there, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there's still quite a few series I need to check out, but Orient is definitely one of them. Like right now I've just mainly been focusing on other series like Black Clover, Kimetsu no Yaiba here and there, and I'm trying to get into what is it? I'm trying to get into man, I forgot that series name automatically. I'm trying to like reread Promise. Eden Zero. Oh, Eden Zero. I actually read the first few chapters. I actually did read the first few chapters of Eden Zero. I did not think it was that bad. Honestly, I think when it comes to people and their issue with Eden Zero is mainly like the character designs and the characters when it comes to personality, they feel too similar to Fairy Tail's cast. Now, I did have my gripes about it too because when it came to the designs of the characters, they did remind me too much of Fairy Tail, and what made it worse is you had the Fairy Tail sequel going on at the same time as Eden Zero. So I think that makes it worse for people. It really depends on taste. But Eden Zero, I'd say it's not bad. It actually does poke fun at Fairy Tail, surprisingly. But I also think like it didn't really invest me into it too much. I don't think it's too bad, but it didn't really invest me into it too much. It seems like it would be like just like one of those chill reads that you could just sit back, relax, and just read casually. Because it seems like you're like a chill adventure series, honestly. Um, like right now, I think when it comes to what series I think like has potential, I think right now, like even though I'm kind of disappointed, I'm kind of disappointed that it's ending soon. Is The Promised Neverland, and that just sucks that it's ending soon. Like I thought the story could go on for at least like 200 maybe 300 chapters, easy. But yeah, Eden Zero. Going back to that, I think overall it's okay series. Like maybe I'll get back on it one day. I'm still kind of hesitant because again it's Hiro Mashima, and last time I did a fairy tale video, it did not end well. Like it was just I just did not like the final arc of fairy tale. That was by far one of the worst arcs I've ever read. Especially for like just a conclusion of a series. It was to me it wasn't that good. But I may give Eden Zero a chance. I may. So far I think it's okay. Alright, my frame rate is like freaking dropping massively, so let me freaking fix this right now. Even though I'm gonna lower it to, it's probably gonna be maximum like 480p from the video instead of 720. It is what it is. Uh, hopefully, hopefully my frame rate should be going better now, like slightly. Hopefully, I really need to get a better internet service. Hmm. Oh, will I continue doing discussions, chapter reviews, videos on Black Clover? Yes, I will. Like, because I've been thinking about it for a while now. I'm gonna do discussions, videos, but I don't think I'm gonna call them chapter reviews anymore. What's up? Oh, okay. Hold on a second. All right, sorry about that. That was a towing company. But yeah, I'll still continue doing Black Clover videos and Black Clover content on the channel, like because Black Clover is pretty much my predominant thing. I don't want it to really be, but I am gonna be keep it a major focus. I do want to transition on and do not videos on other series, but Black Clover it's still gonna be a big thing on my channel. It really is, because I pretty much built my channel on it. So, and I'm gonna promote it like more often than I usually do. I actually do have a discussion video on Finral already finished, like for Black Clover. But I think I may redo it because I don't know. I kind of I'm alright with it, but at the same time I feel like I could do better. You know, because whenever I'm doing videos, I usually have issues when it comes to me stuttering, and then I'm still a noob when it comes to editing. Like, if you've seen some of my videos, it's gonna be like, holy shit, bro, how do you edit? But anyways, yeah, I do have a Finral discussion video that I have done. It's a Finral discussion and speculation video on basically what I think is gonna be his next power up and so on and so forth. That's gonna be like something key I have right now. Now, when it comes to what I plan on doing for the future, I do have another discussion video on William Vengeance that I want to get out. Like basically, It's is he redeemable or not? That's what I do want to do. Right now, I honestly believe that William Vengeance is redeemable, but for him to redeem himself and in my eyes is that I think even if they were to forgive him for what he did, he still played a role in it. So he should. So I do believe that William Vengeance still should be maybe prosecuted or at least banished from the Kingdom of Clover, and his act of redemption would, or maybe possibly like help the Kingdom of Clover within the shadows, and his and this would be like his redemption to redeem himself, so that he can look Julius in the face whenever he dies at the end of the day. So that's what I think should happen with William Vengeance. Am I still having lag issues? Oh my god. How many times do I have to drop my freaking bitrate? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do agree. Golden Dawn may end up getting disbanded. To me, like unless Yuno could do something, but because Yuno said that like one of his primary goals is to become the captain of Golden Dawn, so he could reform Golden Dawn. And at this point in time, even though I kind of think it's too quick, but let's face it, he's at least matching that captain level right now. Especially with the big power boost he just got, he's at least matching that captain. I wouldn't say he's as strong as, let's say, captains like Nozelli or Yami, but I'd say he's up there. He's up there now. Like, I definitely say he's probably stronger than the current captain of Violet Orca. I don't know the captain of what was it? I forgot that one squad's name because they've been so irrelevant. The captain that Kirsch Minnesota's brother is the vice captain for, like, that squad. I don't know like how strong she is because she's always asleep all the time. So she may have some like actual like overpowered like manipulation magic where she can manipulate your senses to where like she can knock you out or something. But who knows? But yeah. Where the heck is Chad again? Honestly, now that I think about it, when it comes to Golden Dawn, like their night. Oh, do you have any discussion videos that you want to do involving Noelle? Actually, yes, I do. I do want to do a discussion video involving what could Noelle's potential magic be later on down the road, because we do know that when it comes to magic users, I believe it was established by Klaus that magic users can't use anything out of their elements unless it's I think the elements actual deviant magic abilities, because let's say, for example, Randall. Randall was mainly an air magic user, but then he was able to actually hone it to the point where he can now use like atmosphere magic or something. So, well, like, I don't think no, I don't know if Noelle can probably like transition from water magic to maybe ice magic or something, but because I don't see her really learning how to do mercury magic or steel or like steel magic like her mother did. Like, wait, was her mother steel magic or was he mercury magic? Because I know she had the title of Steel Princess, but I don't know if it was just because like she just had mercury magic and she was just well, she just looked like as if she was covered in steel or something. But I need to go look back. But Noelle, honestly, I think she's the best character in Black Clover bar none. Like from a characterization and not a characterization standpoint, but more so a character development standpoint, she's definitely one of the best characters in Black Clover easily. I do want her to see her develop more as a character because I think the next sibling that she has to beat is her older sister Nebula, and then she is. I think she'll fully get acknowledged by Nozel because Nozel in this current arc he actually is starting to acknowledge Noelle. So I think there's still going to be conflict between them though, but there's most likely going to be something beforehand that occurs between Noelle and her sister Nebula, but we still don't know much about them because for all we know, Nebula could have the same personality type as Solido, but I hope not, honestly, because that still makes them one-dimensional. I get they have a superiority complex because they're royals, and when it comes to the Sylvia household, that whole plot point with them being the most corrupted of the royal households is may play a role in actually this arc, or it could play a role in a future arc of the series. Because we do know that when it comes to the Vermilions and the Sylvia, they're somehow connected to the royal family or the original royal family per se. Because there could have been a change in hierarchy after the first died. What do you think we'll learn about Nebra? I think Nebra could have like honestly, because there's so many possibilities because we don't know how Nebra's relationship was with Noelle. We know that she most likely picked on Noelle as a kid, given what we've seen thus far in the series. But it could be more complex than that, and Nebra could actually fully blame Noelle for their mother's death. Like, I think Nebra could actually be just resentful towards Noelle, not because she's just weak, but actually because of her mother's death, because like she blames her for their mother's death. And I feel like that would actually be an interesting plot point if Tabayuki does choose to play it, where Nebula is just not that one-dimensional as Saledo, but she's more complex in the fact that she despises her sister because it's like, you took my mother away from me and all I got was you, and you're just so weak, you can't control your powers, and so on and so forth. So Nebula, I think, is going to have some internal conflict, but she may end up like duking it out with Noelle because I think she's stronger than Saledo. Easy, because I don't know what Nebra's current ranking is in the Magic Knight, if she's the vice captain or if she's just a high level Magic Knight, because I think when it comes to their age, Nozelli's the oldest, Nebra's the second oldest, and then Solido, and then Noelle, I believe. So there could be a thing, there could be some interesting plot points here and there with her, but I don't know if Tabayuki is going to go that route with Nebula. I hope he does, honestly, because I just don't want Nebra feeling the same as Solido, where basically they're just bullying her because she's just so weak. I want actual like more complexity when it comes to Noelle and her siblings, and I feel like it's gonna get complex the more she faces each one of her siblings. Like Solido was just simple, but then Nebra I think should get a bit more complicated, and then Nozelli, of course, he's gonna be the most complicated of Noelle's sibling, but you see him starting to come around because he's starting to acknowledge his sister. So yeah, like but yeah, like, and honestly, I wonder who the hell their father is, because that's actually something that has not been talked about at all. Noelle's father has not been mentioned. I know some guy named Bruce was was mentioned before, and this guy is supposedly Noelle's. He trained basically all the Sylvia's children. Like he's their personal trainer. So I hope he does get introduced into the main story sometime soon when we're covering this plot point. So that could also play another role in there. So yeah, there's a lot of things that are going on with the Silva household. Because again, like the Silva household, they're by far like they're basically what royals usually are. Even though we've seen like the corruption of royals, like I mean the Silver Eagles, even though the Silva household is supposedly the most corrupted of the royal families, they're not the most corrupted squad. The most corrupted squad is freaking Violet Orca, easy. Like you have dudes that are like just stabbing you in the back, left and right in Violet Orca. There's no question about that. What are your thoughts on the Golden Dawn fleet? Like I think they're powerful as hell because you have to remember like when it comes to what Patrick was doing, he was specifically training each and every member of Golden Dawn, and he selected them like because he knew they were all reincarnations of elves. And not only that, but when it came to powers, I remember back in the day where they were all meeting up right before the reveal that Gildre, the former captain of Violet Orca, he betrayed everybody. I asked William like how he was how each member of Golden Dawn was just rising in power like at such a rapid pace, and I think the Golden Dawn fleet is going to be stronger than most of the elves. Like I honestly do because given how from a power standpoint they've just been growing at a rapid age faster than all the other Magic Knight squads. That's just a no. That's just to me like just a dead giveaway. And now that they're fully reincarnated, they're even more powerful than they probably were back when they were elves, like originally elves. So with that and also that big power boost that they got as elves, but reincarnated back into elves, they must be freaking disgustingly powerful now. And mind you, like once they get released, they're gonna still retain that power boost, just like Luck did and that other dude. So that's going to be some crazy stuff because it seems like Tabayuki is using this as a means to basically he realized that okay, maybe I'm making some of the newer generations a bit too strong. So maybe I should even it out by having specifically these set few of characters be reincarnated as elves, so that way like it won't seem that like it won't be like such an easy game when after this whole event blows over. Because it's like, maybe, like, Tabayuki's probably like, maybe I'm making the Black Bulls too strong. How about I just give these select people a massive power boost, and through this, he used it through the elf reincarnation, and and since they retain that power boost, now they'll put it to where, like, if they ever duke it out again, like, if the squads ever duke it out again, it will be a completely more complicated match, and it will be much more evened out, since since the members got their own power boost and so on and so forth. But Golden Dawn, I think Golden Dawn will still exist, but I think Yuno may actually lead the charge, and Yuno may actually step up to be captain because Yuno has been excelling massively as a Magic Knight, and he could. And honestly, he said his main goal right now is to become the captain of Golden Dawn. So that could be actually a very big plot point. Maybe next arc where they have like basically an election determining who is going to be the next sorcery emperor and whether or not Golden Dawn should be disbanded or not. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. What do you expect from MSO in the future? Actually, that is a good point because I think that Mimisoa is honestly the reincarnation of Tetsuya, because I feel like the reincarnation magic didn't just affect the elves. I think it also affected Tetsuya in some way, shape, or form. But granted, though, when it comes to the elves, like when Klaus was possessed, along with that with Doughboy. I call him Doughboy, the glass magic user, but I call him Doughboy because he's Pillsbury Doughboy, man. But anyways, when Klaus was affecting, he's like, you're a descendant of that person, most likely referring to the first Sorcery Emperor. There could be a chance that Mimisoa could be the reincarnation of Tetsuya. I believe that because like they literally are the exact spitting image of one another. And if you look at the previous reincarnations, excluding Patry, who somehow reincarnated into William, who looks like Lich, maybe that could actually be a thing where where Lich was actually supposed to reincarnate into William, but Patch somehow like something happened to where Patry ended up being reincarnated into William. But going back to Mimisoa, like I do believe that she may be the reincarnation of Tetsuya, just because I think the magic had affected like Tetsuya's body in some way, shape, or form, and the baby. So the baby could be reincarnated. Oh, and then Mimisoa could be and Tetsuya could be reincarnated. So because again, do you honestly believe that Tetsuya would actually know about like a surprise attack from her own brother, and like would actually think that her own brother would betray her and the elves, especially since she was in love with Lich? I don't think so. I don't believe that. So I think Mimisoa may be the reincarnation of Tetsuya in some way, shape, or form. Plus, not only that, I do find it interesting about Mimisoa because aside from her brother, she is a hybrid of Sylvia and Vermilion. That's actually something that's very interesting because, again, we do know that the Sylvia and Vermilions, like, it's been heavily implied that they, in some way, shape, or form, are connected to the royal family. So, if that's the case, then I think Mimisoa may actually be very special in that aspect, to be honest. Like, I do expect her to get stronger as a character, obviously, because Mimisoa, she actually went... I'm actually happy for this, too, because I freaking hate it when it happens in so many series. I hated it when it happened in Bleach. I hated it when it happened in Nanatsu Taizai, where, basically, when it comes to Mimisoa's character type, you have characters where, like, you know, they're sweet, they're loving, and so on and so forth, but, like, Mimisoa, she's actually determined to actually train, and she wants to fight by Asta's side, and she's actually making the strides to do so, and she actually went out of her way, learned how to use attack magic, and like just learned how to be much more of a help in battle. Unlike Inoue, unlike Elizabeth, they're good at healing. That's all they're good for. At least Mimisoa can do more. That's all I gotta say, man. Because it's just that, like, I don't know, man. Like, right now in Nanatsu Taizai, Elizabeth is not doing jack shit. All she's doing, like, it's annoying me. It really is. And she's like, I'm gonna save you, Meliodas. I'm gonna stop the war. No, you're not. It's gonna be somebody else that saves the nigga. Bond is saving his ass right now. Damn. I'm sorry, but that gets me. That kind of stuff kind of gets me heated a little bit. It really does. But yeah, like Mimisoa, I think is gonna be great if Tsubayuki keeps running her the way he is right now. Like I really think, and especially if he does introduce the plot point that Mimisoa may possibly be Tetsuya's reincarnation, then that could also play a major role in this arc. Because when it comes to Aster, Tsubayuki right now, he does have to play it safe. He really does, because there's a chance that he could ruin Aster's character in certain aspects, because again, like Aster, there's the whole theory that Aster is the reincarnation of the baby, and that'd be kind of weird because Miso is in love with Aster, and Aster is technically, and if it is revealed that she is Tetsuya's reincarnation, then Aster is technically Mimisoa's son from that aspect, so that would be actually freaking weird. But I don't think Tsubayuki would do that. But anyways, I do think he should play it safe though. Um, hmm. Actually, let me look back at a freaking chapter real quick. Am I still having experience in dropping the frame rate? Holy shit. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to like change the quality of the stream next time I do one. Oh, yeah, but anyways, Mercenary, I really appreciate you coming out, bro. Like I'm trying to do I'm thinking about doing live streams more often now, like just to have like general based discussion about like pretty much any series. Um but like I still don't like my channel is still not like that big. It's not big or anything like that. But this is really something I just do as a hobby. But I'm really glad to see you came out and stuff like that. It would have been boring, honestly. What do you think of the idea of most people in Seven Deadly Sins being OP to beat? Too OP to beat. Too overpowered. I mean, goddamn, like the Seven Deadly Sins characters, they're just like overpowered in so many aspects. Like you have Bond with his snatch ability, but if you have like certain abilities, you can just completely bypass it, or if you can like overpower Bond or like literally like cut him off from using his snatch ability, then like Esterosa did. Well, Mael, not that it's called, but it's like man, you just have so many overpowered. You have King with his disaster. You have Diane, who can like basically now increase your freaking power level. Like that's some crazy stuff right there. There's also Galther with his mind manipulation ability. Like crap. I think it's good that you have overpowered characters, but like I feel like if they get to a certain point, like for example, like how Dragon Balls did, it could get problematic. But Nakaba, he has been keeping it so far pretty consistent. It's just that like when it comes to like what's going on currently with Mael and like the power boost that he's gotten, it makes sense. But I think like whenever you make an overpowered character, you really know it really comes down to how you write them really, and how overpowered you make their abilities. I think when it comes to the non-Tatsu Tai-like characters, if you put them in different series, like and pin them up against certain characters, like some of them can win, but there are times where like in crossover battles where they're really balanced out. I think, in my opinion, like crap, I am doing a shitty job explaining this. I am so sorry, but like I think when it comes to most people in non-Tatsu, I think they're beatable. It's just that it's just gonna be much more difficult. It's just that like you either have to have like a more overpowering ability, or you have to literally physically beat through them. Yeah. Because most of the characters you can take down, but you have to be like physically stronger than them a lot of the time. For example, like let's say Meliodas, even though the dude has full counter, and with full counter he actually has to like make sure he times it, and he actually can like redirect it at the right time, and like make sure it's coming towards him directly. With other attacks, like for example, like Meliodas, I think you have to like completely overpower him physically and make sure you're fast enough to dodge revenge counter. But I think you can overpower Meliodas like if you're strong enough. Like for example, let's say, crap. I wouldn't like. Let's say if Luffy went against Meliodas, not freaking current Meliodas. No, Luffy he'd get wrecked by current Meliodas. Like, but let's say Luffy in Gear 4 were to go against the Festival Meliodas, where he just got his powers back and his base power level is around 33,000. Like
let's say Luffy went against him. I think Luffy can overpower him physically, like with his Gear Fourth, because but I think Meliodas also, but like it would be a good match to be honest. But I think Meliodas at the end of the day would win, but crap, I'm doing a bad job at explaining this. Like what's a better example? Crap, now I'm thinking about it. Like a lot of not so characters are just hard to beat. Like Merlin, you can overpower pretty easily actually. Like if you're like on Zeldris' level or higher, you can overpower Merlin pretty easy. Or you have an OP ability. Like pretty much you just need an OP ability and then you can overpower characters from Nanaso Taizai. Like I'd say anybody with high levels of maybe spatial manipulation, like not mind manipulation, like for certain characters actually, yeah, you can overpower them with mind manipulation. Like you would need like just a move to easily beat the Nanaso Taizai characters, given the way Nakaba's written them. Or like you could just physically overpower them. Like that's the only way I could see you beating the Nanaso Taizai character. Do I like ships, and if so, what would you say is your favorite in Black Clover? My favorite shipping in Black Clover, huh? Honestly, it's Yami and Charlotte. Like Yami and Charlotte. Like I actually do enjoy the character interactions between those two. And honestly, I think they'd be a good match together. Like I just think Charlotte, one key point in Charlotte's development at the end of the day is going to be her finally coming out and saying that she's in love with Yami, because that's why the curse was lifted in the first place. And I think Yami may accept those feelings, because we still don't know how Yami feels, because Yami, he tends to be like, I think Yami actually might know how Charlotte feels, but he just not going to say anything until like Charlotte finally comes out and admits that she's in love with him. But other than that, the other shippings, I think right now most people are leaning towards Aster and Noelle. Noelle as their favorite shipping, I think. Or Aster and Mimisoa. Or Aster and Sally. Oh, shit. Aster and Sally. And you know they're going to be getting intimate together very soon. So, I did also like that Aster and Sally shipping, to be honest. I was kind of a fan of that. Because, you know, Sally's a freak in the sheets. That's all I got to say, man. But yeah. Like, overall, when it comes to shipping, I'm fine with shippings. Like, there are times where it does get overboard. But I think when it comes to shipping, I think the best shipping right now, my personal favorite is Yami and Charlotte. Like that's just my personal favorite. Best right now is probably Aster and Noelle, because it started kind of progressing a little bit. But Aster, he's still oblivious because, you know, it's the whole generic shonen trait where it's like he's oblivious to feelings of love and affection, even though he kind of contradicts himself when he does that with Sister. The recent chapters made me realize that the females are kind of stronger than the males. Yeah, it seems like the female characters in Black Clover, they have like much more magic power than the males. Like just but we've mainly seen that from mainly characters like Charlotte, Marileona, and Noelle, where they just have like a shit ton of just raw magic power that they could just output. So like it could be a thing where basically the females, they just have far more magic power than or like just more magic power than the average male Magic Knight, and while the males, they can they probably have a much easier time controlling their magic power. So it could be something like that. Maybe tomorrow you will clarify it, but I guess but I am for promoting strong females. I just hope, like, I just don't want them to become Mary Sue's, you know, like, because that's an issue like when it comes to writing sometimes, like where you just have like a female character and you just make her and Vanessa, of course. Vanessa, Vanessa's overpowered, especially because she has Rogue now. Like, again, like I didn't really like the execution when it came to that in the Witch's Forest arc, but it is what it is. Like Vanessa, I think she just needs more just more magic power to output Rose, because if you can outlast her in terms of combat, like Rose will just be ineffective. because and that's been shown. That's been shown like in the series. So I'm glad Vanessa's Rogue has limits, but Rogue is still overpowered. But I think in solo matches, Vanessa will actually be in a struggle because if Magna wasn't there helping her fight against Elfluck Rufel, then I think she would have died because if Magna wasn't there and Astra didn't get there in time, she probably would have died because Rufel was just way too fast and he was just completely casually actually just overpowering Vanessa and making her use most of her magic. So with little to no effort actually. So that's but that's Rufel in his final form, if I'm not mistaken. Honestly, I hope Luck can do that final form, to be honest, because that would look so badass on him. Like that form, I really loved it, and it did remind me of the freaking of the Demon God. It really did. Where Luck went into that final form, he had the horns and the freaking the lightning circle around him. Like it reminded me like of the Demon God mixed with like a Raijin Thunder God. Oh man, like actually, there's a lot of characters that a lot of females in Black Clover that could actually end up becoming overpowered. Like because there's still a potential that Mimisoa, because I did this in a theory video, like either Mimisoa or Soul, they could actually end up getting the gnome, which is one of the 4 elemental spirits. Because right now we only have 2. There's still the Undyne and the gnome that's still unknown at this point in time. And Noelle can most likely get the Undyne, so that way she could catch up with the others. But like, I do kind of want them to the other elemental spirits. Now I'm thinking about it, to be possessed by other magic knights from another. If the Witch Queen didn't rage quit, she might have won after Vanessa ran out of Actually, yeah. Like like if the Witch Queen didn't rage quit and have a mental breakdown, she actually probably could have won. Especially since Vanessa already overused the crap ton of her magic beforehand, so it probably would have been like much quicker than what Rufel did, because she already had everybody immobilized, and she could have just kept spamming her attacks. And the Witch Queen, Noelle even stated that she can casually use extremely high level magic spells with no problem at all. So that right there, like, oh man, that actually could be that actually could have just let her win the match easily. Like easily, like if she just kept spamming it, then yeah. But I kind of understand why she rage quit, like because she realized that that like she couldn't take the power for herself, and so on. But maybe she could have actually, if she actually had continued, and then until Vanessa ran out of magic power, and then start controlling Vanessa, but Rogue could have done a thing similar to Last Second, to where Rogue could have released one of the guys, but I don't think, or like maybe release Finral or wake him up, and then he could have used spatial manipulation magic to get the hell out of there. Who knows? Because Rouge is weird with the fate thing. Like, I think what I'm gonna do next time is like announce my live stream like maybe a week in advance to get more people in here. But I'm really happy that you showed up, Mercenary. I really appreciate it. I think I'm gonna end the stream in about 5 minutes, because I do have stuff I need to prep. Plus, I need to finish editing and then upload the Finral discussion I have. I think that I would gauge the Witch's Queen power on the level as of a Yonko at One Piece. So basically, like, the Witch Queen would be on the same level of power as a Yonko. Or do you mean that in the context of maybe the Witch Queen is like a top tier within the Black Clover universe? Because I do remember her stating that that there are elves that are on the same level of power as her, and when it comes to just magic power alone, like for example, Lich is a dead giveaway. There could be like I don't know about Veto and Fauna. They were on the same level of power as the Witch's Queen if they were like completely reincarnated. Patry, again, Patry just didn't have his grimoire for just got his grimoire after he was reincarnated. So Patry, I would say he could probably bypass the Witch's Queen's power, but that's if the Witch's Queen has light speed reaction time. So top tier, yeah, I feel you. Like, yeah, the Witch Queen, she's probably like high tier or top tier. Like, I think we'll define like where it is right now, because again, we're very early in the series, and we still need to see what the other kingdoms have to offer, especially the Spade Kingdom, because we now know that the Spade Kingdom, according to I believe the Black Clover data book, the Spade Kingdom has the highest military power and is the largest country out of all of the 4 kingdoms. And like so there could be like some overpowered dudes way stronger than the Witch Queen that could be over there. Like, I feel like, but I just don't hope like, what if they do something like where it's like Fairy Tail, where it's like, okay, all the captain class dudes are on par with the Sorcery Emperor. I'll be like, crap. But I think because honestly, I personally believe that at the end of the day, all the Magic Knights are going to surpass like a lot of the Magic Knights, especially some of the captains. They may end up surpassing Julius in terms of power. Like, but that's just my personal thought on it. The strongest elves right now are Raya, Lich, and Patry. Yeah, Raya, Lich, and Patry. Like, especially Raya. Raya got more overpowered, even though like he was kind of disappointed. But like, when it came to the first matchup, but yeah, like I think the Witch Queen is honestly on the same level of power as Mereoleona. There. I think the Witch Queen may honestly be on the same level of power as Mereoleona. Like, I think that's a good estimate, because Mereoleona, she is one of the most powerful Magic Knights, and we've seen that she was able to tangle with fully reincarnated Raya, and along with 4 other reincarnated elves. One of them was Lil, who's a captain class Magic Knight. Granted, though, you could argue that Lil may be one of the weakest of the Magic Knight captains. Like, he may be the 3rd weakest, because I still think the new, even if you're the new captain of Violet Orca and the captain of I keep forgetting her name. Oh wait, her name is Dorothy. I still think they're like under Lil, but granted though, that is interchangeable with Dorothy and Lil, because we have not seen Dorothy do jack diddly squat throughout the entire series. But yeah, like so again, like the Witch Queen, she could probably be on the same level of power as Mereoleona, or she's probably on the same level of power as Rhea. Raya's magic is broken. Raya's magic is broken, but that's if he touches your grimoire, honestly. Like, because if you can bypass it, if you like, because it's like, it seems like if you know what he's capable of, like Mereoleona did, you can just completely overpower him. Because Raya, like, back when he first was back before he was fully reincarnated, he could only use 1 magic spell at a time. But now he can use like multiple different magic spells, which does make him overpowered. But at the same time, I think Raya can still be beaten. Like, especially given how Mereoleona was easily able to overpower him. But granted, though, that's still Mereoleona at the end of the day. I think when it comes to in terms of who I think can beat Raya, I think Yami can beat him. Honestly. I think like at this point in time, not all the Magic Knight captains, but Raya, he definitely is strong. Like, his magic is broken as hell though, especially if he can copy. I don't think he can copy spirit magic. I think he can only copy like just regular basic magic, like that person's base form magic. If he can copy spirit magic, then he's even more overpowered than ever. But my thing was, if he could copy spirit magic, he would have copied the Salamander Spirit's abilities a long time ago. So, we do a discussion video about the salamander. I honestly will do my thoughts on the salamander, to be honest, because when it came to the salamander spirit, like, it does have its own individuality, but like I get like because I could do another discussion video on the 4 elemental spirits and the other elemental spirits that we haven't seen yet, because I already explained their personality types on my first Black Clover theory video when I talked about them. But when it comes to salamander, like its personality types, like it's been a long time since I've done research on it. Like I think it was supposed to be like very mischievous, or like more so it was like more violent and stuff like that. And I thought the whole thing about it going to Fugo-Leon, like, not only was it convenient, but it was just the explanation. I thought the explanation was just shoddy, because it's like, wait a minute, but it was with Fauna before, and then when it came to Ladros, honestly, like, it seemed like the salamander just went into Ladros. Ladros didn't like because he told Fauna to just force it to release the power of the salamander, and then the salamander just went into Ladros. But we do know that when it comes to the elemental spirits, they have their own sense. Like they have their own, like, they're sentient. They have their own like sense and thoughts and stuff like that. So I just wonder, like when it came to just the explanation, it didn't make sense to me how the salamander just went to Fugo-Leon for those reasons. And granted, though, those are what Leopold said, but it could have been other reasons why it went to Fugo-Leon. But I just find it kind of shoddy as an explanation, just way too vague. I felt like it should have had more explanation to the salamander. So I guess I get my thoughts on it. I can see Blackbeard making an appearance in Yeah, he actually could make an appearance in Wano. Like, that's if, like, basically the Blackbeard pirates are planning to do an attack on Kaido, since Kaido's over there, and attack Kaido's territory, because we already have Big Mom, who's most likely going to make an appearance on Wano. And there's the whole thing we're probably going to get insight on the whole Rocks and Locks situation with them. But honestly, like, if we have 3 Yonkos on the same island, oh no, you're asking for Wano to be destroyed. Like, that's just asking for Wano to be destroyed, man. That's some crazy stuff right there. And Blackbeard, honestly, he will do it. Like, he will do it. Like no doubt in my mind, he will do it. Like, that dude, he's freaking, oh man. Like, but I'm curious to see how he looks now, because like, I remember on the Dendemushi during Dressrosa, it seems like he has, like, 3, his beard's changed completely, and I'm just wondering, like, how he looks now, and, like, what his military force is now. We've seen, like, a glimpse of it, where we saw, like, the first fleet of the Blackbeard Armada, I believe, and it was Shiryu and that one dude, I believe the Hypnotist. They were on the ship, and they were heading to the revolutionary base to get Burgess and basically attack the revolutionary base. People say that Dragon ran away out scared for being scared, but it's like, dude, come on. Like, this is Monkey D. Dragon we're talking about. He knows that, like, the second the base is compromised, he had to move, because he probably anticipated that CP0 is probably going to head on there. Yep. And yeah, like, he does have the power to do it. Like, just seriously. And dude, I'm pretty sure he probably, like, knows how to do it perfectly now. Like, honestly, because this is Blackbeard we're talking about, and he already knows most of Pop's movesets, most of Whitebeard's movesets. Like, so I believe what was that technique called? Like, where he just freaking tears the freaking atmosphere, and then he tilts the freaking ocean. Like, I think it was called Heaven and Earth or something like that. Like, it was just Heaven and Earth, like some really freaking crazy name, like, where you just see, like, the sky, aka the heavens, and, like, the earth, like, just freaking colliding. as it's being tilted. It's just like the power to destroy the world, man. That's crazy. Like, and not only that, but his Yami Yami no Mi, I'm pretty sure that thing is even more overpowered than it was before. Because Kaido, like, I think Kaido can probably take on Blackbeard, because Blackbeard, he's still a fresh out of the water Yonko, but do you think he's awakened yet? Oh, that's actually a good question. Like, if he was awakened, crap. I mean, I feel like for plot purposes, he probably is awakened, because when it comes to the time frame that he killed Thatch and then took the Yami Yami no Mi, but at the same time, like, it's been a couple of years, so since he had the Yami Yami no Mi, so he probably honed it quite well. But oh crap, if he's awakened, then that's gonna be some crazy shit. Like, cause there's also the fact that he also has to awaken the power of the Gura Gura no Mi, since he has it now. And okay, he probably is awakened for the Yami Yami no Mi, but I don't think he's awakened for the Gura Gura no Mi yet. Like, I think he still has to master its full power. And if he's awakened for Gura Gura no Mi, honestly, he's gonna cause at least continental, if not nigh planetary devastation. Like, that's what I think is gonna happen if he awakens if he fully awakens the Gura Gura no Mi, because again, this is the power to destroy the world, and we've already seen it. And granted, though, Whitebeard was probably most likely awakened, but we didn't really see awakening, and awakening wasn't really a big thing until post time skip when Doflamingo revealed it. And given what we know about Paramecia awakening, that's just gonna cause like massive earthquakes around and seaquakes around the entire the entire area around them, and it's probably gonna be at least continent, maybe multi-continent level devastation right there, right then and there. Because I think when it came to Whitebeard, he was affecting the entire oceans like across the world when he was using the power of his Gura Gura no Mi during the Whitebeard War. So that was at least multi-continental. So Blackbeard, and this is the prime Blackbeard we're talking about, like that right then and there could cause like planetary devastation. Oh, have I been enjoying Wano? What do you mean? What current arc? Like Wano or the current arc of Black Clover, or like Wano? I've so far thought Wano was all right thus far. Like it does have some interesting plot points that's going down. I really do want to see Law in action again, to be honest, because I'm sorry, like Law's my favorite character. I really do want to see him in action. Like when it comes to the current arc of Black Clover, yes, that's by far by far Black Clover's Wano. Yeah, like Wano, I've been enjoying it. Like I really have. Like I have been enjoying it. Like I feel like it just leaves me wanting more, but it's just been like a casual, cool, fun read so far. And the way Oda's been writing Wano, it is very different from all the other arcs, because there's so many references, and he went full on Japanese with this arc. So there are a lot of things that I do want to see in Wano, and Wano is by far most likely going to be One Piece's longest arc, even longer than Dressrosa and Whole Cake Island, which is like shit. But at the same time, like there's just so much stuff to cover. Right now, I think Oda's just keeping it casual with the Wano Kuni arc, and then from that point on, he's going to like pick up the pace, because it seems like Hawkins right now is heading to Bakura Town, so is Law, and when it comes to the guy they're going against, I forgot his name. Freaking dude with freaking lion belly, bro. I feel like that Luffy's gonna easily punk him unless Zoro takes him down, because even though he's a headliner, it seems like the headliners in Kaido's army is like it's pretty much like the vice admirals for the Marines, where they just vary in strength. So I think I do want to see like if there's like Hold'em. Thank you, Hold'em. Like, so I do want to see what Hold'em is capable of and where we can gauge him at. But honestly, I think I think there may be like people even above the headliners, not just the calamities, but people like right in the like in between the headliners, and then like there's like a certain faction of Kaido's group that like are in between the headliners and the calamities, and then you have the calamities themselves. But that may be too much because we also need to see the samurai and what they're capable of, as well as and the ones that serve the shogun of Wano, the one that serve Orochi. And honestly, I really hope Orochi is not a freaking weeb. Like, I really hope he isn't a dude that just has the title of Shogun and he's just like this weak, manipulative dude. Because if he is, then that's just flat out disappointing, in my opinion. Like, but right now it seems like Kaido has the most. We're mainly seeing Kaido's dudes as opposed to the actual samurais. So I really hope like we do see some samurais, and I do want to see a lot of action between with Zoro and his character. Now, a lot of people have been saying what Kuina is going to come back, like because again we didn't really see her death on screen, so there's a chance that she's still alive, and basically her and her father, they faked her death so that way she could travel to Wano to train and actually become a swordsman there. Because like her father, I feel like her father is most likely from Wano, and this to me is just gonna be like if she's still alive, then that could it should do something big for Zoro's character. But I do also want to see Zoro have some conflict with him because, like, Zoro, he's really just been coasting it, and he's just been, like, in my opinion, just way too arrogant ever since post time skip. And honestly, I just want to see Zoro struggle again and actually get into tough situations like he used to with his opponents and so on and so forth. Like the last time we saw that was for the first time and the last time during his when Fujitora and him clashed, and then Fujitora overpowered him. I can see Tashigi showing up, given the sword thing. Honestly, this would be a freaking festival for Tashigi, because that girl is like, oh man, she's gonna have like so many orgasms if she was in Wano and she saw all these swords. But I think right now she's at Vegapunk's laboratory, so I don't know if Tashigi is gonna show up unless Akainu did actually decide to send the Marines to Wano. I think Fujitora may show. No, Fujitora is still in freaking Reverie right now. And granted, the Wano is a month long, so Fujitora could show up in Wano later on down the road to actually take Luffy's and Law's head, and that most likely will probably happen at the end of the arc or maybe in the middle of the arc, because from what we know so far, Wano is gonna be a month long in One Piece time. Oh my god, I hate myself freezing. Honestly, now that I think about it, one of the things I really want to happen in Wano Kuni is I really want, and it's probably a given because we do know that Kaido is in possession of a road portoglyph, but we don't know if the road portoglyph is most likely on Wano actually, since it was the forging place of all the portoglyphs essentially. So I do want to have some context in the history of D and the Kozuki family. I didn't expect to see Revchi this soon. Revchi. Oh my god. I literally forgot who that fucking was. Hold on. Let me use my Google Fu real quick and look up Revchi. One
Peace. Revchi. Oh my. Literally, all that came up was a freaking a freaking swimsuit. Oh my gosh. Revchi, or do you mean Reveri? Revchi. Let me look back at the freaking chapter. Holy shit. Oh, yeah! Major fail! Revchi from freaking Black Clover. Oh, shit. I completely forgot. Like, yo, that dude has forgettable. Like, I'm sorry, that name was forgettable. But yeah, like, yeah, I was surprised to see him and Guildrill like show up and break out. And from what it seems, they're gonna. It seems like they're going to help the kingdom to, you know, like basically repent for their crimes. From what it seems, and I think that's just like they're still pulling some shady ass shit. Like, basically, you're like, okay, let's work our way back to fame by just aiding the kingdom, and then they'll be like, oh, you aided us, yeah, we'll forgive you about your crime, man, no problem. So, and then like I think it's just gonna end horribly for them. I honestly do, because I'm sorry, but these guys are pieces of shit. Like, dude, they're the most corrupted. Like, they're like two of the most corrupted dudes in the Kingdom of Clover. Like, they're pieces of garbage. Like, so I feel like at the end of this arc, even though they're gonna act like they came out as heroes, they're literally just gonna be like, yo, put him back in jail. Like, yo, y'all think you can get out a free card? Like I think that's gonna happen. I think that's what's gonna happen. It'd be funny if it does. But they're basically so-called working their way back to redemption, and redemption is basically the biggest key factor of this arc specifically, because this is where like the whole redemption thing is going to be at its highest. We had that with Rades and Sally and Voltos. Voltos, I can see him actually dying, because he wants to confront Patry again, and with Patry's character and what just happened, Patry, he has no qualms killing humans anymore. So Voltos, I think I think if he tries to confront Patry, Patry's going to try to kill him immediately. There are also like oh man, like when it comes to just them, I can see them being future antagonists in the future. Yeah, I think they can just be future antagonists for like a mini arc or something. Like if they end up going on the lam and the Kingdom of Clover still tries to arrest them, instead of rather than like saying that, oh yeah, your crimes are annulled because of this and that, but you guys are just. But I think they're probably just gonna get the lowest ranking possible if they do decide to keep them in the Magic Knights, like because like again, like these guys are just manipulative con artists, and so yeah, like I can see them trying to work their way up, back up in the kingdom, but they're just not gonna be trusted anymore. Like, they're not gonna be trusted at all. Like that's just my opinion on that. But if they do end up becoming villains again, like honestly. Like, I don't see them doing jack. Like, I think they're just gonna be one-shot in. Like, if they just become a villain, like I think they'll just become villains for a chapter, and then they'll just be one-shot. Because again, like I could see like this happening where basically they're like, oh yeah, we helped the kingdom and stuff like that, we saved everybody, but then it's like, nigga, get your ass back in jail, and then they try to make a break for it. Next thing you know, they get arrested again. But yeah, and speaking of
villains. Honestly, when it comes to Rades, like I get he was screwed over by the kingdom, but at the same time, I do feel that he shouldn't like a lot of the stuff he does. He did, um, especially to justify his revenge. He killed a bunch of innocent people, and I like honestly, I just don't believe that he should be redeemed. Even though it could be a case where he's becomes a member of the Black Bulls or something, or the Kingdoms does forgive him for the crap that was pulled. Because granted, though he was being manipulated by Patry too. It's just that like when it comes to Rades, like I think like he shouldn't be redeemed because like honestly the dude he actually took pleasure in killing citizens, civilians and so on, and I don't know, I just don't like people like that. Like I just really don't. That's just me. I just don't think they're redeemable. Like but but now like he's going to help them save the kingdom, so he's most likely getting redeemed, and Yami could take him under. Is probably going to take him under the Black Bulls. Sally's a definite giveaway because with Sally, I think we're going to find out more about the foundation of Aster's powers and go very into depth with him via Sally, and that'll actually help Aster be able to hone more of his power, of his anti-magic power, and control his anti-magic energy better. But honestly, I'm just waiting for the demon to actually finally play a role, because the demon, he's been like just lying dormant, and I feel like he's just been giving Aster the powers. I think it's perfect that Patry's cousin is possessing Langer. Actually, yeah, like I did mention this in my discussion video that I'm uploading later on today, but I was completely shocked when I read the chapter. I realized, oh shit! Now I think about it, Langris actually does look like Patry. And I thought they're like then I heard his name being Latry, and then I'm like, oh crap. So I do find that interesting, and I think that's going to be like very interesting. And I do want to see their interaction too, because it seemed that when it came to Patry and his cousin, they were polar opposites one another, and from what Latry or Ratry, I don't know what his official name is. Is it Ratry or is it Latry? Like it's one or the other. But basically, it was heavily implied by him that both him and Patry didn't really get along at all, and and this was like was when he said that, oh, so opposites do really attract at the end of the day. So when it comes to Latry, I think both him and Patry are gonna finally be even with each other, or they're gonna have issues with each other at the end of the day. Ratry, thank you. Yeah, so there could be some conflict between actually Patry and Ratry, but I don't know if how that's gonna go down. So we need to see how it goes down, because currently right now, yeah, like given the time frame, now that Finral's awake, and we did see that the Gravito Belt was almost there, so that means that after I don't know if we're gonna transition from Finral, but we should be. I think he's more powerful than he was. Oh, definitely. Because from what we've seen, all the elves they gain a power boost. All the elves gain a power boost like when they're reincarnated. So once like the reincarnation is dispelled from Langris is going to be even more powerful, because the mana actually stays there permanently. Like the mana power boost they actually stays there permanently. So that's going to be some crazy stuff. But yeah, like so yeah, like after we transition from Finral's group, I think we're going to Noelle's group, because the Gravito Belt is like honestly right by, almost near the royal capital, and I think something massive is going to happen to where the royal capital is destroyed, like via with the use of the Gravito Belt, since the Gravito Belt itself is a magic zone. So so like once they use the Gravito Belt, like I think they're gonna use it as like a giant freaking Ethereon laser beam, and then like just freaking blow up the entire royal capital, and then they head to the castle where the royal family is. Now, I think the freaking King of the Clover like is honestly gonna cower to an extent, But for all we know, he could be OP as fuck. Do you see Mara Leona training Noelle in the future? Actually, that could be a strong possibility. What I would like to see is I would actually like to see Nozelli actually train Noelle in the future. But Mara Leona, that would actually be something pretty cool to see too. Like hopefully but like again like I wonder how she's gonna train her, because again like Noelle, maybe she could train her in actually in the art of Monozone. I can see Mara Leona training Noelle in the art of Monozone. And I think Noelle's Monozone is probably going to be more potent than Mara Leona's, but not like right away. Like maybe later on down the road. But that would actually be pretty cool. Because right now, I think when it comes from a power standpoint, and that's actually another discussion video I need to do, like for Noelle. When it comes from a power standpoint, I think Noelle needs to learn how to fully condense her power to where she shouldn't output enough to where she with every Nagas cannon. She should actually develop a spell to where like maybe like a mock version of Nagas cannon, or an actual new spell where she uses less magic, but more so just more concentration. Because with her Nagas cannon just takes up way too much power. She needs to learn how to develop a new spell to where it just takes up much less power, and so on and so forth. So Noelle, she does need to train more so combat ride. And as a fighter right now, Noelle is really a ranged fighter as opposed to an up-close and personal in-the-face fighter, like Mara Leona is. Because I remember Aster wanted to watch Mara Leona fight because he could get pointers since he's an up-close frontal fighter. So yeah. So yeah, like to me, it would kind of make a little bit more sense if Nozel trains Noelle in range, because Nozel seems to be more of a range fighter as opposed to, and a mid-range fighter as opposed to an up close and personal fighter like Mara Leona. What do you think Yuno is doing right now? Yuno, I think right now is just cleaning up and restraining all the elves who are around, and I think he's on his like in current time, because from what it seems like Yuno was still back at that one town, while Aster and the others, they basically are now at the royal capital in main time. So given what we saw in chapter, what chapter was it? Chapter 168. Like let me go back to the map. I'm using my laptop for this because yeah. He went to the not the Forsaken Plain, the common area, and then he transported it immediately to the castle town. When it comes to Yuno, Yuno is like just in another town, and so in the town that Aster went opposite of, and it seems like he's still there, but he's, from the looks of it, it looks like he's on his way to the royal capital. So Yuno, I think, is going to take longer there, but I don't think he's going to get there until after Aster and the others maybe reach the castle, or if the battle does drag out a bit longer. But I don't think he's gonna get there for a bit, especially like unless he like, especially because I imagine it'd be harder for like to I feel like he may end up fighting Elfril, aka Remax, also explaining why he's taking so. That could actually be another possibility right now, because we could honestly transition after like Noelle and the others get there. We could honestly transition back to Yuno, and then from that point on, we go back to Asta. So that could actually be another possibility right now, because we have not seen Elf Rill at all. So right then and there, that could be another possibility. But for all we know, Elf Rill could still be on the Gravito Belt. But if him and Yuno do have a rematch, then that actually would still be kind of even, to be honest, and kind of a big struggle because Real did, even though Yuno got a power boost, Real still did get a power boost, and Real was able to match Spirit Dive with his with that one technique of his, and not only that, but like I think it depends on who got the bigger power boost, Yuno or Real. I don't think Yuno got that big of a power boost, but he possibly could have. Now, and he could potentially be stronger than Real. And if he is stronger than Real at this point in time, then I think it's just going to be a high difficulty fight between the two. So yeah, there are some factors that need to be played, but again, that is going to be that would be a pretty cool match to see. It really would. All right. Do you read My Hero Academia? I read My Hero Academia up until like the thing is I'm on and off again with My Hero Academia. Like I like there'd be times I just hop right back on it and then just start reading it for a bit, and then there'd be times where I just like get off of it. I do know some of the stuff that's recently been going in the series. Sorry, I do know some of the things that are going on in the story right now, but right now I'm just like not really getting into it. I still need to read the whole provisional license and the overall arc because like that seemed pretty cool. Like I heard like Mirio was just freaking amazing, so. I am going to get back on My Hero Academia at some point. Will I do videos on it? I don't know. Because My Hero Academia, like, there's just a lot of people already doing videos on it. And not only that, but when it comes to just My Hero Academia, like, I do tend to fall off of it, like, more frequently. It's just me. Like, because I guess, like, I'm not really much of a big slice of life guy, but I do understand when it comes to the slice of life stuff, it is quintessential for the characters. But, yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to end the stream at around 3:40 because I was really supposed to have it going for an hour, but I tend to talk a lot. Where's what can water magic upgrade to? A lot of different things. A lot. You can upgrade it to ice magic, moisture magic. Like you can upgrade it to pretty much like honestly different types of magic. Like if there's like a specific type of water magic, like again, like I do think Noelle may end up getting the Undying Spirit, but like and then she could upgrade to Water Spirit magic. Like, because water magic, honestly, you can do a lot with it. You can upgrade it to steam magic, mist magic, like, goddamn, like yeah, you can just convert water into a lot of things, to be honest. Like, if, like, because I can understand like how mercury magic can work, but because like maybe Noelle can upgrade to mercury magic, but I don't think she can because I think Mercury Magic's its own unique thing, but maybe it could do for blood and stuff. Who knows? Because like I think because magic has like the four main elements, there are deviants of it. Obviously, because spatial magic it's its own thing, time magic it's its own thing, light magic and light magic, dark magic they're their own thing. But I think like because there's still deviants within like the magic ability because if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to a deviant of wind, lightning magic is a deviant of wind magic, I believe. And no and Mimisoa's vegetation magic is a deviant of earth magic. So there is like some deviants of magic that like water can go to. For example, like I mentioned earlier with ice magic, mist magic, steam magic, or like scald like where you just have like boiling hot water, and so on. Like and wow, like water like you can upgrade it definitely to quite a few creative things like maybe snow magic too, like but it really depends on how you think. Do you think the Witch Queen can still take control of Aster whenever she wants? With the Clover Sword now, I don't think so, because I think the Clover Sword will automatically just get rid of the effects. Like because again, it's not really fully explained what the Clover Sword can do, but from what we've seen, it seems like the Clover Sword can basically destroy magic effects, like lasting magic effects. So because usually with certain magic effects, like Aster, like he was able to negate the curse bullets of Rades when he had that one zombie corpse that used it, and he was able to release them using his anti-magic swords. But it seems like Aster has a limit to where his anti-magic swords can only do so much, especially if the effect has been on that person for a while. But it's at the same time, it's like I was about to bring the Diamond Kingdom as an example because Diamond Kingdom were brainwashed and actually Aster still did break their magic effects. But I have to remember their magic effects were through a magic stone. So after shattering the magic stone, that destroyed the magic effect. When it came to but yeah, like the Clover Sword, I still want more clarification on what it does fully. Like because right now it just seems that it can destroy magic effects and release people from the elf reincarnation. So it could probably work against spirit manipulation magic or like forbidden demon magic or so on. Because if I'm not mistaken, the reincarnation magic, it does have a spiritual component to it, but at the same time, it probably is a forbidden demon magic that's used because it seems that from what it is, it seems like now that the elves are fully reincarnated, they're now susceptible to becoming demons, like full-on demons, and eventually, sooner or later, we're gonna see that happen. Like sooner or later, we're gonna see that happen, probably in the next coming few chapters. Honestly, now I'm thinking about it, I think Ratri may be the first person we see to turn into a demon, or Patry, like Ratri or Patry, like the first some of the first people to turn into demons, because I think it could be Ratri, but I'm not too sure. We need to see more elves because Tabayuki has been just teasing the demon transformation, but we haven't fully seen it go into effect. And I think if we fully see it go into effect, like it's gonna be pretty crazy because I think that would just be beyond some of the Magic Knight's control, and like you're gonna have to have multiple like high class, if not captain level Magic Knights take down even one of them. Because it seems like it's just going to be that devastating, from what it seems. Because we saw that like when it came to some of them that are turning into demons, it seemed like as though they were not only like were they losing control of their magic power, but they were trying saying those names. Oh, I shall pass. I shall pass. Patry Ratry. Oh my god. I did it. But anyways, I think when it comes to like the demon transformation, they're just gonna be way more powerful, or it's gonna be so like hard to take him down. like just extremely hard to take him down. Or maybe like there could be a thing where if they turn into demons, they're probably gonna have like their own specific unique magic, like similar to how Vet was able to use forbidden monster magic. Or I think like the actual translation is like forbidden beast magic or something like that. But yeah, like so they're probably gonna have like a new level of magic, and it's just gonna be like demon level magic or something, like just much more darker, sinister, and evil, like just flat out pure evil. So yeah, like and hopefully like at the end of the arc we'll get some context into the existence of the demons and like what was the race of demons, because we may have because like there's hints that from what Patchy said that he said that to use the power of the evil eye, he had to tap into power from the other world. So and since Black Clover takes off of Norse mythology, it could be that the nine realms could exist and the demons have their own realm, and right now we're just when it comes to the elves, maybe Alfheim was destroyed or something, and it could have been destroyed maybe by the Dark Elves or something like that. So we don't know, but there's a lot of things that could come into fruition with Black Clover. All right, do you think that we'll ever have them? Oh, I suck at reading. Do you think that will them ever introduce do you think that will they ever introduce gravity magic in the series? Ugh, I just butchered that completely. Yeah, like honestly, like I don't see why not. You already have time and space magic. Granted, you have Yami, which is black hole, which is gravity magic. And honestly, with space magic, I think you can also use space manipulation with with that type of shit, where you're able to like distribute like a shit ton of gravity if you like focus all of it into one space. But I think you need like a spatial magic user would probably need like a mana zone for that or something. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a gravity magic user came into the fray, because we already have time and space magic, so why not gravity? It's just as simple as that. Like why not gravity? Why not magnetism? Like there's like a bunch of magic that's value could introduced. All right. All right. So I think I'm just gonna end the stream here, because I do have some things I need to take care of, and I actually do have to start college in the next hours, in the next coming hours. So I'm just gonna end the stream here. Mercenary X84, thanks for coming out. Thanks for keeping me company in this lonely stream. I'll be sure to announce stream much more ahead of time so we can get more people in. But again, thanks for coming out.